Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? I decided to do a Facebook Live audio. I wanted to try this out. Plus, I get to see who comments on here, hopefully. So, good morning, good morning. Today is the Struggle Strategist Day, where we will talk about how to face the challenges of life, how to overcome those things that become so overwhelmingly difficult for us, how to deal with it and continue to go on. So today's topic is woe is me. Are you always feeling like or experiencing trouble, or you're struggling with finances? You're struggling with relationships. You're struggling with healing from trauma. You're struggling with overcoming obstacles that have kept you from doing those things that you've always wanted to do. So if you find yourself struggling, if you find it difficult to overcome challenges and they constantly keep coming and coming and coming, then today's show is definitely for you. My name is Tanya K. Austin. I am Coach Tanya at Trauma Recovery Room, and I am here to help you every Wednesday at 10. I was a little late today because I had some technical difficulties. Still learning how to use my phone, but I am here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. to give you some strategies on how you can overcome those things that we tend to find ourselves struggling with. So today is our struggling topic is just life in general. So woe is me. You have that attitude like everything bad happens to you and you're always the victim, and it's just always you. Woe is me. You're struggling to pay your rent. You're struggling to hold on to your relationships. You're struggling to even love yourself. You're struggling. You're just struggling. Why are you struggling? What are you struggling about? Now, let me read some definitions for you, because like I do with my clients, I like to have them define words, particularly words that they use themselves, which means they've owned those words and they identify themselves with those words. So to say struggling, to struggle means that you are making a forceful or violent effort to do something. Another word for struggling is feud. So you're going back and forth with the reality of who you really are versus the false concept or the false construct of what you have been led to believe who you are. So why do you go back and forth with the belief that you deserve to struggle? Deep down, you know the struggle, it might be real, but deep down inside, you know that it's not right. You know that it's not natural. You know that it's not what you really want. Because your natural self tells you that that's not how it's supposed to be. And it is only that way because of the manifestations that you've brought upon yourself. And it is all in the mindset. Struggling is in the mind. It's a mindset. It's a choice. We choose to force things that don't belong in our lives, therefore causing conflict and struggle within the elements of whatever it is that we're trying to control. To struggle also means to proceed with difficulty, which again, it's a choice. You're proceeding with difficulty, meaning you've made that decision to go ahead and be difficult, or make it seem like it's difficult. It's to proceed with difficulty or with great effort to make strenuous efforts. You're making it. That's the struggle. It's a choice. It's a mindset. Why are you choosing to struggle? Sit down and ask yourself that. Why are you choosing to struggle? Why do you believe that you, of all the people in the world, why do you deserve to struggle? Where in your life have you had to fight for something? Where in your life have you had to struggle in the mindset to get somebody's love or affection? Where did you have to struggle to get somebody's attention? Where did you have to struggle, or where did you see struggle? If you're struggling with finances, how did your parents handle money? Were they struggling? Is that the mindset that you have to work so hard and slave yourself for something that's not going to last? When it's really a mindset, no, you deserve money. It's supposed to come to you. It allows you to flow, just like food. You deserve food. As a human being, you have a right to have certain things in order for you to function. And no, you may not need the physical aspect of money, because you might be hungry today and no food in your refrigerator, but somebody will invite you to dinner at their house, not even knowing that you're hungry. The universe makes a way to feed you, to clothe you, to provide for you these things. So why do you think that you have to struggle for anything that belongs to you? Anything that you are entitled to have as a human being? Learning from toxic relationships, struggling to keep the marriage together that I was trying to do. For what? For what? Struggling to keep a toxic relationship together that's ruining my spirit, ruining my mind. I should have been struggling to stay. I should have been having difficulty staying, but our mindset is so conditioned to believe certain things about ourselves. And yeah, I was struggling through a lot of things. A lot of the things from that relationship brought out the struggle, because I was hiding behind the facade or the mask and making it seem like there was no struggle. And when you avoid those things that you must face, they will chase your ass down. Let me tell you, it is no getting around it. Whatever your message is, however it comes to you, it is no getting around it. Lawrence Bogan, Lord have mercy. What a coincidence. I just released a book and I was talking about you and Leo in that book. Well, actually they cut some parts, but still. How you doing? So today we're talking about woe is me. Thank you for joining me. I don't know where I left off at, but why do you feel like you need to struggle? Why do you feel like the universe is out to get you? So whatever it is that you're facing, the struggle is in your mind. Maybe if you flip that switch and stop thinking that you deserve to struggle, start thinking and knowing that you deserve to succeed. Try that way. Because we speak into existence what we see with our eyes. We manifest our reality through our thoughts, and what's in our head is coming out of our mouths because it's embedded in our hearts. So learn to acknowledge the fact that you're claiming the struggle by constantly saying that you struggle. It's just like I've heard so many people say it, and it is true. I'm broke. Hell yeah, you're broke because you keep saying I'm broke. You are telling the universe, your command center, that's your command post. That is where you get your instructions and where you communicate how you're going to operate. God manifests the universe for us to manipulate and use the God within us. Anitra, how are you? God gives us the power within us, which is that free will I talk about. He gives us that power in order for us to manipulate and maneuver the things in the universe for us to manifest the things that we want. That's why they say you speak things into existence. My mother used to teach me, or I learned from her, speaking negative, you'll never be disappointed. But no, that's ridiculous. Speaking negative brings negativity to you. It brings negativity to you. So if you feel like you deserve to struggle, you will continue to struggle. If you feel like the world is out to get you, then the world will continue to be out to get you, because you create your reality with what you think. And what you think, again, is in your heart, and it comes out of your mouth. So it's like a cycle. It's like they call it the self-fulfilling prophecy. You know something is gonna happen, so you speak it into existence so that it prophesizes in front of you, and you fulfilled it. It's a wish. It's pretty much a wish you put into the universe. If you think your husband is cheating, if he ain't, pretty soon he will be. Because that's the reality that you want to see. If you think that somebody's going to hurt you when you're outside in the street, then that's the energy that you're going to pull to you. And that's the reality that you're going to see. So if you stop saying that, oh, it's just bad luck for me, and oh, woe me, and me, you're preaching to the choir. Everybody else going through the same shit you're going through, if not worse. Some may not be as bad, but hell, somebody worse off than you. So what are you complaining for? It is somebody out here that would love to have your problems. Would love to have your problems. Would love to have your problems. And you complaining about your problems. Just because your problems might be greater than somebody else. It's karmic energy. It's transferring. Whatever you lose, somebody else is going to get, because it's a lesson that we all have to learn. When you're going through the awakening process, you start understanding that this thing we see as life every day, you control it. It is your world. It is your world. Whatever you want to happen can happen. That's why it's called imagination. That's why it's called dreams. That's why it's called hopes and visions. Your imagination is just the reality way in front of you, that it's yours. It's possible for you to have. That's why you're imagining it. Like, I'm not a basketball player, so I'm not imagining me doing fucking jump shots. Even though I would love to play football, so I can do some football stuff. But hey, I'm not imagining that. That's not my dream. But a football player, I'm pretty sure Tom Brady was dreaming about football and imagining about dreaming that rings on his fingers. He probably had all them dreams that he wanted all them rings and got them. Even though I think he cheated for most of them, but whatever. He still got them. But it was in his imagination as a kid. It was in his thought process as a kid. Michael Jordan, actors and actresses, parents, cousins, people that you see that are doing that's on their shit. They had that vision and they pursued it. They put in the work. They knew that they deserved it, so they went after it. So anything that you know that is yours, that belongs to you, you are going to go after it. So if there is something that you're struggling in or you're procrastinating in, then you don't believe it belongs to you. So dig deep inside and try to figure out why you don't think it belongs to you. Because if it's in your heart, you can manifest it. You can possess it. You just have to do the physical work to do it. So I remember telling the client before she wanted a husband, but literally didn't go nowhere to find one. So unless you about to marry the UPS man or the mailman, and hell, the mailman ain't even the mailman. Sometimes it's the mail lady. But unless you about to marry the UPS man, how you going to expect to get a husband and you not doing nothing? You're not preparing for him. You're not preparing yourself for you. Because you might be your husband. I'm learning that husband or that other so-called half or whatever is you. When you learn to be whole and complete with yourself, you struggle in very little. Because you're confident in who you are and what you can do. And even if you start off like a infant chick, wobbling legs or whatever animal you want to use that's fresh out of the womb, they're not quite able to run and play like mom and the other ones, but they getting it. They know that they need to stand up and walk. They know that they need to do that. And they learn and observe, and you can learn a lot from looking at animals. I have really grown close to the concept of becoming one with the animals. And I've never really been an animal person, even though I was, but I didn't think I was. But hiding behind the truth of who I was, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about myself. And I actually like animals. Because if you look at animals and you see how they think, you can learn a lot from animals. I actually have this workshop this course that I teach. It's about bravery and, thinking wisely or whatever. And it's relating to sharks. And looking at a documentary about sharks, I came up with a course to help people do something, whatever that particular thing is, because it can apply for many things. But sharks know their purpose. They don't have to go around telling people they're sharks. They're not struggling with trying to figure out who they are. They know what they need to do, and they do it. Successful people know what they need to do, and they do it. They don't struggle with the idea that it belongs to them. And when they do, and if they do at the beginning of their careers or their pursuits, that's because they might be hearing a lot of no's and you're not good enough and all of that and rejections and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that'll discourage somebody, but they keep going. They keep going. That's why you get to see them on TV 5 years later, 2 years later. Yeah, they put in the work. They put in the work. Whatever the work is, they put it in. They invested in themselves and they knew who they were, so they had no reason to struggle in acting or singing or dancing or writing or producing or whatever it is. They had no purpose for struggling. To struggle is to be in a state or a condition. Whatever condition that you're in, it is because of decisions that you've made. So even if you don't think that you're struggling every day with something, the fact that you're not growing, if you can look back at today and not see any growth from last year, something's wrong. You're struggling in the area of growing. You're stagnant and becoming who you fully are. That's a struggle. That's a struggle. So understanding why you struggle, understanding why you choose to continue to struggle, understanding the mindset behind struggling, and getting the help you need, it will definitely eradicate that woe is me attitude. Because you'll have no other reason to say woe is me. You'll have no other reason to say woe is me. So if you read the Bible and you read scripture, Deuteronomy 31 talks about how God is there with you and how he wants you to be strong and courageous. Those traits are in you. They are in you. I bet you if your ass in trouble, I bet you get some bravery then. I bet you won't struggle with getting off your ass then. I bet you get into a position where you life or death, you won't struggle then, because that's an innate quality in you. We were given sound minds. Sound minds. That means we are able to make clear decisions on any situation in our life. And we are equipped to handle and get through anything that we face, because there is nothing that will be placed before us except God. Nothing that will be placed before us that we cannot get through. And even if it gets too tough for us, and we sincerely can't make it, and we've tried and tried and tried, God will make a way. You never have to worry about that. So you never have to worry about struggling in anything, because if you try, what they say, the faith of a mustard seed, if you try, God will see that. The universe will see that. The energy will be read that you're trying. Even if you're taking the wrong path and you're doing something that, and it's in your heart to do this and you're passionate about this, that wrong path is definitely going to lead you to the right path. But if you continue to struggle, you'll give up. So what's the purpose of struggling? God always makes a way. Always, and the way usually comes faster when you believe him. Because sometimes he has to push us to the belief, to the point of whether we believe him ourselves, instead of just saying we believe him. Because people will preach all day long how they have trust in God and faith in God. Let something happen. Let them lose their job. Let somebody that make the money get sick. Let COVID happen and your job fire you because you got to sit at home with your kids. No, well, yeah, pun intended. Let some shit pop off where your faith is really tested. Will you have faith in God then? Will you trust him then? Will you fully believe him then? Will you struggle in the mindset? What you think God just gonna be like, oh, well, I guess it's just me and you. We just gonna sit here and struggle. I don't know what kind of God that is. I don't even know what that is in you, if that's you telling you that. What kind of God is in you that's telling you, we just gonna sit here and struggle? You better figure out something. What are you good at? I don't care if you're good at collecting icicles, popsicles. You better go collect some popsicles and sell them. I don't care if you good at helping people across the street and they give you, you better do something. You better use your gift and keep it moving. Because where you use your gift will use you. Where you use your gift, it'll use you back. It will reflect what you are doing and you will be rewarded. Your gifts were given to you so that you can be rewarded. And if you want to be rewarded for the ultimate path, tapping into your genuine gift, you got to walk that path. You can't have big dreams for the big boss and you doing little things with little thoughts. That don't even make sense. That don't make no sense at all, do it? How you gonna ask for something big and you got a small mindset? How you gonna ask for God to place you where he wants you to be, and when you get it, that toxic ass job, you talking about you want to quit? I went through that. Like, Lord, place me where you want me to be, God. Whose soul you want me to save? Lord, he put me in the right place. All them souls needed saving. I just didn't know my job then. I know it now, but I ain't around, so I'm just going to pray to the universe and the ethers they soul get saved, or if they meet me again. But I struggled with the reality of who I was. Because other people would see it as she crazy or she this or she that. No, I was just confused. I knew something was in there stirring up. And I know being around certain kind of people, it'll pull it out of you quick. Because I can't be around folk that just evil. I can't do that. Not too long, I'll feel that energy, that shit. Ooh, I can't do it. And you can't be around me too long. If you on some BS, because I'm a lie detector, human lie detector. I know something ain't right. I can feel it. As soon as I walk past you, I already know. And people that is up to no good usually don't mess with me. Those are the ones that label me crazy. And no, I ain't crazy. You just know you feeling some energy. I ain't playing with you. And that ain't even coming from a physical, violent perspective. That's just, you're not about to dim my light to make yours brighter. When you don't even know you got a light. You trying to steal my light. No, use your own light. Don't try to make me look bad to make yourself look good. Don't demean me because you struggling somewhere in the area where you ain't stepping into your oneness or your fullness or owning who you are. Don't label me something that's not real. Because crazy to me is walking outside butt naked and it's 0 below and you cold and just got out of some water and you think it's hot outside. That's something ain't right with that. Now that could be a line of, that's crazy. But somebody that speaks their truth and don't let you run over them and will put you in check in a nice, humble way, that's not crazy. That's just you trying to run game and I'm not having it. And I've been like that all my life. And I've run from it all my life, struggling with the fact that there's power in my voice, there's power in my presence, there's power in my essence. And why hide that? To make somebody else who has the same power, just a different type, don't even know that they got it. So you trying to make me look bad. No, we ain't doing that. We not doing that. So we gonna get rid of the struggling mindset that you even gotta think that you gotta downplay somebody else or you gotta belittle somebody to make you look good. You're struggling with the fact that just because somebody else is shining does not take away from your shine. So why are you trying to hurt somebody else to make you feel better? You're struggling with the fact that you don't even think that you're worthy of feeling good. You're struggling with something. Because people don't do stuff like that for nothing. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. Something is wrong within you. Somewhere inside of you, something not right. Something not right. And you need to figure out what that is. And 10 times out of 10, you know. Because folk know when they not right. They know when they treat you bad. They know when they not right. They know. People know. You don't even have to say nothing. To be over dramatic over something that somebody did to you, you ain't got to say nothing, do nothing. The karma gonna handle it. But if you start dabbling with karma's job, then guess what? It's gonna wiggle back on you too. I learned long time ago, my first marriage, 19, 20 years old. Revenge don't work. Because that shit come right back and boomerang back on your ass, and it fuck around and don't even go to the person you sent it to. Let the ethers do what they gonna do. Let the universe shake and move how it's gonna shake and move for you. And the more you allow the universe to protect you, yeah, somebody might hurt you and it might seem like they getting over and they got the last laugh. Because I sure told my ex-husband, I'd say it all the time, I might be crying today, but you're going to be crying tomorrow. Yeah, you might be laughing today, but you ain't going to be laughing tomorrow. And that's exactly how it manifests. Because he was struggling with the fact that he was living a lie, playing a role of husband and stepfather, and you know damn well that ain't what you want to do. You're struggling with the fact of the reality. You want to be a ladies' man. Go do it. Do you live your life function in full and at higher capacity without me holding him down? Please, boy, bye. Go ahead. Live your life. If you need 10 women, something wrong with you if you do. That's my opinion. But if that's what you want to do, if that's what makes you feel good, then go get 10 women. You ain't about to do it with me. Not no more. I'm tired of it. I got tired of struggling with the fact that I deserve better. I deserve better. But that night where it came to on my knees about to kill his ass, oh, I ain't got time for this. It's time to go. and that should have happened 2 years ago. We were married 2.5 years. It should have happened 2.5 years ago. Hell, 2 weeks he cheated on me. I should have been left. That was my bad. Although I didn't know he cheated, but I had a clue. That spirit will tell you the truth. We just don't listen to it. You're struggling with listening to your spirit. Struggling with listening to your innate self. Your soul is talking. When you have that intuitive feeling, something telling me, or you get with somebody, something ain't right with them. I don't know. You ain't got to put your finger on it. Your spirit already did that for you. Get out the way. Your soul already told you something ain't right with them. I'm nudging you. You ain't got to investigate. Nope. Keep it moving. You ain't got to figure out nothing that's wrong with nobody but yourself. You do not need to change anybody. I learned and I look back at my pattern of relationships where all of the men I was with, quote unquote, something was wrong with them that I had to fix. Because I was a fixer. When I was a kid, I had to fix. Fix. Daddy never home, mama never home, siblings never home. Fix the food. Fix the house. Fix this. Fix that. Fix. And that was my way of thinking that I was going to get love in return. The same effort that I put in fixing. Oh boy, I just knew that was going to come back to me tenfold. That is not how that works. Sorry. No, it was subtracted 100-fold. That's how that works. You never give anybody more love than you give yourself. You ain't got time to fix nobody but yourself. Why you worried about what's wrong with them? What's wrong with you? I'll say that in a minute. I used to tell my ex-husband that all the time. He'd sit up and hold up the whole hour conversation telling me everything that's wrong with me. Or anybody else, a co-worker, a family member. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Now what's wrong with you? Now that we done got all of that out the way, everybody know what's wrong with Tanya. Now what's wrong with you? Crickets. Oh, you ain't got nothing to say? Okay. Struggling with the fact that you project your feelings and your emotions on somebody else. How you're feeling on the inside, you're putting on somebody else. Because you're struggling with the fact that that's how you really are. If you have an issue with somebody, like for instance, you're in a relationship, your mate is your mirror image. Those things that you do not like in your mate, those are the things or the qualities that are probably deep down tucked inside of you that you don't like about yourself. And you know it's that part of you in there. Somewhere in you is that. Somewhere in that thing that you don't like with this other person. It's in you somewhere. And if it's not in you, it's reflected in your memories about something you've experienced. Something you've experienced in your life where that is being reflected back to you so that you can pay attention. So have you ever noticed that you date the same person, different body, but the same type of person? I call it repeat dating. Why? You can look back and be like, this motherfucker, this motherfucker worse than the last one. What the fuck? Something wrong with that. You get to that point and you honest with yourself. It's something wrong with you. What's the common denominator? You. Because what you think becomes your reality. So if you really think that you're alone in this world, or you really think that nobody loves you, or you really think that all women are this, or all men are that, or this, that, da-da-da-da, guess what you're going to bring to you? Because that bringing back to you, that energy that you put out, you're like a magnet. You're the magnet putting out the energy of nobody loves me. You're the magnet putting out the energy, nobody cares. Woe is me. You're the magnet that's putting out the energy, I'm broke. You're the magnet that's putting out that energy, I need this job because if I know, you need to focus on why you were created. It is so many people out here that's working jobs that they can't fucking stand. It's ridiculous. And will go to the depths to keep that damn job. Hair falling out, losing weight, getting rolled up. You rushing like a motherfucker to get to work. Because the kids done spilt something on your uniform on the way out the door. You got to sign this piece of paper for them to go on this field trip. And, Johnny need help with number 4 on his math question. And, you got to go. But you get to Kroger 1 minute late and they writing you up talking about you fired. What? Kroger don't care about you. And they paying you $8.50 an hour. Well, that's how much they pay me. I love my Kroger job. I did actually like that. I ain't even go there for the money. I just went for the people. I love the people. I made more money hustling with my books than I did my paychecks. I met a lot of people at Kroger. I utilized the system to manipulate what I need. And if that sounds manipulative or strategic, that's good. Because you're here to manipulate and strategically get through this world, because shit happens and people will be trying to get you. So sometimes you got to act like the snake and bite his ass. That don't mean you a snake too. I know if you deal with a narcissistic person, you got to be a narcissist. You want to get rid of them? That's a quick, cheap tip. Free one. Turn into a narcissist. Quick as hell. Just watch them for a couple of days. You'll learn everything you need to know and flip the script. I don't care how hard it feels, rough. Get through it. Treat they ass like they treat you. Do it enough. They'll change their mind. Now, and I'm not even suggesting that if it's violence and you're dangerous, because I know how that can be, and I know that that's a scary situation. Do that if it's safely done for you to do that and you strategically can get out and work it. Gray rock 'em. Gray rock 'em. And you want to know what that is? Inbox me. It works. How to get rid of a narcissist. I got a course for that too. I got a course for everything you need. It's funny, when I was selling clothes and dinners and transportation and this and that, and that was my slogan. I got whatever you need. If I ain't got it, I can find somebody that do. I'm like that now. You got a problem, I'll figure out how to fix it and we can work together. That's my gift. Fixing things, but only in a universal positive way. I'm using my superpowers. That's my superpower. Use the superpower in a positive way. Don't go fixing everybody where it's killing you. Go fixing people to where it's fixing you too. Everybody getting fixed. Everybody getting the fixings. But for you to sit up and struggle with loving somebody more than you love yourself, struggling with the thought that you don't deserve something, struggling with the same repetitive patterns in your finances every single month, it's the same thing. And something's not right. Something's not right. I had 1 million businesses and all of them didn't work the way, I ain't gonna say failed. None of them worked the way I wanted them to, because I was struggling with the fact that shit don't grow overnight, and I wanted immediate gratification right then and there. So I would give up on what I'm doing now because it was taking too long, because I've been doing this for a while, years, building for years, and I'm just beginning for real, because I've overcome the struggle that I can do this, that I need to do this, that is millions of people out here. And even if it's 1 or 2 watching, or none watching, or 10 watching, or 1,000 watching right now, I know my purpose. I know my mission. I know what I was sent here to do. I know what assignment I took when I came upon this earth. I done made my agreement with the Creator, and I have taken plead and made my vow to Him, and that is my vow. I have married God. I have married myself. I have married my purpose. I don't need anybody else physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally to do anything for me except sit beside me and enjoy me doing the same good old things with them. That's it. That's it. I've even gotten to the point where I tell my kids, we're not going to struggle with this difficulty of y'all not doing what you're supposed to do. So I even get on them. What you struggling for? Why you don't want to do your chores? Because you don't feel like it? Hell, I don't feel like writing out you got to have chores. I don't feel like keep telling you the same thing. There's a lot of shit you got to do that you don't feel like. You might need to lose 30 pounds and you might not feel like wanting to get up every day and go walk. But if you want to get rid of them 30 pounds, what you think you gonna do? What do you think you're gonna do? Don't struggle with the fact that you want to get rid of the weight. Struggle with the fact that you ain't getting off your ass and going to do what you're supposed to do to get rid of the weight. Deal with that. Try to figure out, why am I not getting up? What is wrong with me? Why do I want to keep this weight? Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to do this? If you know you're diabetic, why are you eating candy bars every day? If you know you don't like a party animal as a mate, why are you meeting somebody at the club? You could have just went to the club just to get out for a moment. This motherfucker go there every weekend. What you marrying him for? That don't even make sense. Because either A, you gonna want him out the club, or B, he gonna want you in it. Or C, he ain't gonna want you in the club, and he's perfectly fine that you ain't in it. He can be in it, and you can be out of it, and he can do what he want to do. Take your pick. It ain't gonna be no pleasurable trip. Unless you just ultimately say, you know what, he's a club person. Okay, I've just got to change that. Or it comes to some compromise. Okay, you do the club every weekend before we got together. They'll just do once or twice. I can deal with that. That's a compromise, and you ain't got to give it up, because you never want anybody to change for you. You with the wrong person. If you got to change them, that's the wrong person. That's the wrong person. Like if somebody's telling you to do this and do that because they like this or like that about you, they don't like you. They think you somebody else. Or they like what you can do for them, the benefits, but they don't like you. Not really. Not really. But struggling with the fact that you are of a essence of greatness, and understanding that greatness needs to shine. You got to overcome that struggle. Because in that scripture that I was talking about, it talks about how God is before you. He is before you. He's not behind you. He's not on the side. Well, actually, he is. He's behind you. He's before you. He's on the side. But the scripture specifically talks about walk. Be courageous. Be not scared. I'm with you. I'm right in front of you. You can be blind in the motherfucker, but I got you. The lights could be off and you're blind, but trust me, I'm here. I'm not gonna let nothing make you fall. You might stumble or you ain't hear me say that. oops, I told you don't do that either. Oh, it might be that, but trust and believe. If you almost hitting the ground, he's gonna catch you. Unless he needs you to fall before he gets you to understand that he need to trust you. Sometimes things in our lives we struggling because God don't trust us to handle the thing that we're asking for. We ain't ready for it. We ain't ready for it. These past few weeks of my life have been a serious shift transition, and it came to do or die, like literally trust or be damned. Literally. And it was literally a message back to back to back to back to back. What are you going to do? Why are you struggling? I have given you sign after sign. God give you sign after sign. Confirmation after confirmation. Confirmation after confirmation. Affirmation after. Keep on going. You still don't believe me? Oh, Lord, yes, I believe you, but just one more sign. But, okay, I'll give you that sign. Okay, Lord, but come on now. At some point, God gonna tell, look now. Just like you as a parent would tell your kid, look, I'm not about to keep telling you the same thing. Either you gonna get it or you're not. God is the same way. That God in you is the same way, because you can give up on yourself and kill the God in you and just totally give up on life. Totally give up on life because you're struggling with the fact that there is something great within you. You have not come to the realization that what you dream of, what you think, what's in your heart, what you really want, what you wish for, Lord have mercy, what pleases you when you look at it or when you see it or you, whatever. If you see somebody that you admire and that just sends thrills and chills in your body, that is you. That is you in the future. That is somebody to look up to. That is somebody, copy their ways. See what they doing. You better believe they not struggling in the areas you struggling in. They might be struggling in some other areas. And it's funny, you could be strong in one area and weak in another. Somebody could be such a great leader in this and just, got it together, but at home, a big ball of mess. Because they might be struggling with the reality that they made a bad decision about the person they married. I mean, that's a struggle. Sometimes you got to look at somebody and be like, why did I marry you? Like, literally, what for what? And it's not even to say I don't love you. I might love the hell out you, but for what? It serves no purpose. We're not accomplishing anything. Because God don't allow two people to get together just to be waking up and making coffee and going to work and coming home and cooking dinner and arguing and having sex and going to work, and that ain't what the hell he created. So both of y'all gonna have extra money in the household? No, that's not life. That's not life. Now those things can be a part of your life if they have meaning behind them, if they're attached to purpose, and there are rewards for that. But just to be getting up, not having a purpose or not having a plan, just going to work, no. That job you going to, they sure had a purpose and a plan. They at home sitting back chilling while your ass at that register on that factory line or whatever you doing. They had a big purpose and plan, and it included you. It worked out perfectly fine for them. You don't think it's gonna work out perfectly fine for you too? I'm pretty sure Walmart ain't struggling in many areas that you're struggling in. Or Fred Meyer. I really think that's the same person. Kroger and Meyer. They both have Fred Meyer. They just spelled differently. But anyway. What if it is both the same person? He's Kroger and Meyer. Ooh, he ain't struggling. Hell, even if it is 1 and 1, neither one of them struggling. Because they walked in their purpose. They knew what they were supposed to do, and they did it. Now, they might be evil and conniving in other ways, but they ain't that. And again, we can be strong in some areas and weak in others, struggle in some places and mighty and powerful in others. It's a cycle. Pay attention to those parts of yourself that make you feel uncomfortable, that you get nervous in, butterflies in your stomach, things that make you sweat, make your palms sweat. I used to think butterflies in your stomach when you meet somebody, a date or something, that meant that ain't nothing good. That ain't nothing good. That's something in your spirit. Oh, shaking it up. Oh, no, something ain't right. Because I'm pretty sure you can look back at relationships and definitely say, dang, I knew that in the beginning. Something told me. Yeah, that was them butterflies in them stomach. You weren't paying attention to. They flipping and flopping for a reason. Get this fool away from me. That's what your stomach's saying. That's what your heart's saying. That's what your soul's saying. Get them away. Get them away. But stop struggling in areas where you need not struggle. Because when you become intertwined with purpose, and when you have full understanding and full knowledge of what it is that you're supposed to be doing, and work that thing and do it, what would you choose to put yourself in a state of difficulty for? You would be robbing Peter to pay Paul with your happiness. And that don't even make no sense. That makes no sense at all. So get rid of that woe is me attitude. Get you some grit. Get you some gumption. Get you some strength. Get you some might. Dig inside yourself and dig out that superpower. Join me Saturday at 3:30 with my Super Saturdays. We're going to be talking about super things that you can do to make yourself super fantastic and super big, super mighty, super strong, super wise. Tune in to me Saturday as well at 3:30. And I'm also taking my show, The Plug, live to after dark. So it'll be Coach Tanya in the nude. So that's where I just like disclose a lot of stuff. I talk about narcissism. I talk about stuff that I'm talking about today. I talk about the awakening process, the dark night of the soul, all kinds of things. Talk about chakras and just life in general, period. Whatever comes to mind, whatever floats my boat. When I do that show is what comes up. That's what's going to come up. That is me naked and raw, just being me. And either you follow me or you don't, you like it or you won't. It don't matter none to me. Because at the end of the day, you may not like it, but somebody else does. I'm okay with that. I used to would not have been. But I can do a video and nobody watches. It's the fact that it's in the universe. Somebody gonna see it and it's gonna come at the right time. So I'm okay with that. Because I'm not doing this for likes or anything. I'm doing this because I'm no longer struggling with what I'm here to do. And even if my voice resonates to one person or 20 million people, my goal is at least 1 million. I do have this mission and I do want you guys to join me. Hashtag awaken 1 million minds. That is my movement. I have been saying 1 million since I was a kid. And I know it is something that was in my imagination. That was something in my dream. Something to do with 1 million. I have something to do with 1 million. And I need my troops and my tribes to support me. Hey, Anthony. I'm about to wrap this up. I wish you can catch the replay. So get rid of that woe is me attitude. Learn the strategies and tips and tools which I can teach you to develop that sense of self that is reassuring to yourself, that brings that confidence that you need, that brings that love to yourself that you need, that's bringing that focus that you need, that drive and that passion that you need. Because the woe is me attitude, it's a wrap for all of that. I'm telling you, 2020 has revealed so much. The COVID revelations. That's the name of my next book, I should say. That's a good title. The COVID Revelations. I have learned so much about myself and so many other people during this season. And it is so weird because I'm not going to say I prayed for COVID and for this to happen, but I have prayed for God to give me an opportunity to sit my ass down and do what I need to do. And he has done that. And again, I've lost friends and family very close. My ex-husband died during this season. So, and friends and other family. It was rough. It was rough emotionally. It was rough spiritually. It was rough. This was a rough year. And last year I thought was, woo, Lord. I thought last year was rough. I thought last year prepared me for this year. Definitely did, mentally. Because next year, this year and this day and beyond, this past few months and beyond, it's a wrap for all that struggling and poverty mindset and negative energy and frustration up the ass where you can't focus and you gotta smoke 20 blunts and you gotta drink 10 bottles of beer and you gotta have sex with fuck all that. It's a wrap for all that. Hey, Tawana. It's a wrap for all that. It's time to get rid of that woe is me attitude. It is time to dig into yourself and find you. You're looking for something in this world. Guess what? Look in the mirror. That is it. You have to look no more. Dig inside yourself. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop saying things like nobody loves me. Nobody cares. This is never going to work for me. What's the point? What's the point of being good? If I used to say that all the time. I hated being good sometimes because you seem like you lose in the end. All the bad people just have all the damn fun and just get all the joy while you sitting there. No, that's for a reason. Because while they having fun, they dying on the inside, and while they're dying on the inside, you are giving life. So it all works out. Trust and believe that. Don't stop being who you are to please nobody and nothing. And if somebody has to belittle you or demean you to make themselves better, they are struggling with the fact that something's wrong with them. They are struggling with the fact that your shine is too damn bright for them. And they want to dim it. It's too bright. What you hating on somebody else for? What's the purpose of hating on somebody else? Because you want the spotlight on you and it's not on you. And you trying to figure out how to get it back on you. And you mad as hell that the spotlight ain't on you. And you jealous. And it's something wrong. Something wrong. That is because you are struggling with the fact that there is something going on inside of you. So dig inside yourself. Go back to that childhood. What is that little girl in you saying? When you're struggling in an area, tap into those feelings. What is that little boy saying? Remember a time when you were a kid and that same feeling, may not have been the same situation, but that same feeling is there. What is it that little girl or that little boy needs? Reparent yourself at that moment and realize that if you just need a hug, fucking hug yourself. I had a little girl moment about 2 weeks ago. And at that moment, everything in the world that could go wrong was going wrong. And I mean, literally. And I was like, Lord, I'm about to throw in the towel and give up. Fuck this. I did. And I meant it. Even though I didn't mean it. But I meant it. And Allah knew I did. He knew I didn't mean it. But he knew at that moment I surrendered and I quit struggling. I quit struggling with the fact that I got to struggle. It's no more. And at that moment, I was a little girl. I felt like a little girl, that little girl at home by herself, having to fix all these damn problems on her own with nobody around to help. I mean, everything that could go wrong. The kids got virtual with a computer not logging in for Max. And then Hayden's computer is tripping. And then the Wi-Fi not working. And then I'm trying to submit my submission for my book. And then, Lord have mercy, I got a deadline and it's just crazy. My job tripping. It's just tripping. That's why that job thing, I can't dig it. I've always been an entrepreneur. I cannot work for nobody else. I can't do it. I can't. That's just me. I can't do it. Because I refuse to have to raise my hand and ask a motherfucker if can I use the bathroom or go get something to eat? Or can I take my kid to the doctor? No. I got wrote up for my last job because my son graduated from kindergarten. Graduated from kindergarten, and I was told if I take that day off, I was going to get wrote up. Okay. You can write that bitch up now, because I'm about to go. Deuces. And I ain't calling in that morning, because I'm telling your ass I ain't coming in, period. I got wrote up, too. How dare you? Like now, my job, I fired because I have to sit home with kids for COVID. What kind of job is that? You think I'm about to serve you? Hell no. You can keep that punk ass money. Hell, for real, I can cash my beer bottles in and make more than that shit a damn hour. Hell, you can go collect beer bottles and make, and not to say that it was bad pay, but it was bad considering my worth and me struggling with the fact that should I step out on faith or should I do that? No. Fuck that. I'm going to struggle and stay at this place that's toxic as hell. They don't like me. Trying to get rid of me. Laugh at my pain. Laugh at my struggles. I've been embarrassed and at work in front of my coworkers when my grandmother died. I couldn't take the constant bearing of hearing grandmother died, and roll call, police, just roll call, everything, die, everybody dying. That was a trigger for me. I got chewed up and sent home because I walked out of the roll call because I didn't want to cry in front of him. My grandmother literally had just died. Sister passed away. No, sorry for your loss. No, nothing. Didn't even want it. Matter of fact, I ain't even get bereavement pay. They ain't even give me that damn money. I want my money. I wonder how many years do you have before you can. I want my money. Shit. Give me my money. But I'm about to dedicate my life and my loyalty to that. No, fuck that. I had surgery, had a concussion. Hey, Sandy Brown. My job didn't give a damn about me. So woe to that job. Woe to any place or anything or anybody that is not treating you right. Fuck that shit. Get past that shit. Let it go. Stop struggling with the fact that you deserve better. Period. Because you do. And the only way somebody's going to treat you better is if you stop fucking with them. Or you set some boundaries and they learn better. If they don't, it's going to be a problem. Period. Other than that, a motherfucker will run all over your ass. Quit trying to be nice. Quit struggling with the fact that you are nice. That's true. But hell, sometimes you might not need to be nice. Sometimes because trust and believe, if you always nice and you nut up on the motherfucker, they going to know you ain't playing no more. They going to listen. They going to pay attention versus a nutball always clowning every 5 seconds. And nobody want to hear that shit. You just blowing, huffing, blowing wolf tickets. Shut up. But I even say watch them too, because the motherfucker might be blowing them bitches for a few times. Because them people that blew up buildings and shit, trust and believe. They was telling somebody, leave me alone. Y'all better leave me alone. Anybody listening? Oh, okay. You better pay attention to some. You better. But anyway, get rid of the woe is me attitude. Thank you guys for joining me. Catch me next Wednesday at 10. And again, I started late today because I had a few last minute notes I needed to take. I'm confessing. And I was having some technical difficulties. But next week on time. And I'm struggling with the fact that I need to be in front of these lives on time. I need to put more effort into it. And I have been, and I'm doing good, and I'm proud of myself. But to be consistent with that. Because that's me affirming that I can do this and I'm going to do this, period. And there's nothing that's going to stop me. Not no job, not no man, not no family, not no negativity, not no self-doubt, not no struggle in the mind, none of that. Because remember, struggling is a mindset. It is a mindset. It is a mindset. So get struggle out of your damn head because you do not have to struggle anymore. If you are challenged with the belief system that you do have to struggle, give me a call, inbox me. I can help you get through that. I have multiple programs that will get you together. They got me together. They done got my other clients together, and I'm pretty sure that they'll get you together too. And if you need extended sessions of counseling and coaching, I got that too. It does not matter because I am here to serve you. And I am here for you when you are ready. You may not be receiving this message today, but you gonna receive it tomorrow. So thank you guys for joining me. This is Coach Tanya, the Struggle Strategist. Join me next Wednesday at 10 o'clock where you can get tips and tools and just common sense knowledge, universal knowledge, spiritual knowledge on how you can overcome that mindset that you have to struggle. because struggling is a choice. Learn to choose differently. Choose you. Choose better. Choose success. Choose prosperity. Do an assignment, and I'm going to let you go. Get you, if you're interested in, matter of fact, I got a free gift for you if you're interested in an assignment that'll help you do this. Just drop your email down or inbox me your email, and then I will send it to you. I got something that'll help you to get over that struggle. I just thought of it. That's a good idea. So inbox me your email if you're interested in the free struggle gift. I got you. And if you want some information about how to get through your process of life, then definitely inbox me as well. So I will see you guys next week at 10 o'clock. I love you. And join my... I just had my brain just slip. My movement. Join my movement. Awakening, #awakening 1,000,000 minds. My concussion from my job gets to me sometimes. So please forgive me if I stutter or forget some things in the middle of something. So I'm learning to take my notes now because I'm no longer struggling with the fact that I have a brain injury. And I have to do things differently in my life. So again, thank you guys for joining me. I love you so much. Like and share this page and subscribe to my YouTube page, my other pages, and follow me. If you know somebody that needs me, if it's not you, pass the word along, tag a friend. Don't forget to drop your emails if you want that free gift on how to get through your difficulties of struggling. This is Tanya, Coach Tanya Austin, and I am out. You guys have a good day. Love you.